As of 2006, Flying Focus Video Collective has been producing video as a tool for social change for 15 years. We produced one short series as a committee of a peace coalition when we formed in January 1991 during the so-called Gulf War, and a second one in the summer of 1991 after we adopted our name. Our weekly half-hour showcase, the Flying Focus Video Bus, premiered on November 18, 1991. The showcase of finished works and works in progress has featured conferences, forums, demonstrations, street theater, speeches, and interviews in the field, as well as in the studio. Our first episode, Video Politique, featured segments on nuclear testing, affordable housing, and a protest against General Colin Powell, which was a good introduction to the wide spectrum of our interests. Since then, we have covered topics including animal rights, civil rights,
police officers, jails, boot camps, education, training, deployment overtime,
police accountability, workers or labor issues, the death penalty, economic justice, environmental justice, feminist issues, healthcare alternatives, indigenous peoples, media and communications, multicultural issues, nuclear issues, organizing for change, sexual orientation, systems of government, urban concerns, war and peace, and foreign affairs. Regarding foreign affairs, Flying Focus volunteers have visited over a dozen countries with camcorders and brought back footage. Those countries include Brazil, Bosnia, Canada, Croatia, Cuba, England, Iraq, Italy, Peru, Serbia, Sierra Leone, and Spain. In addition, we've covered issues in at least 20 other nations, including Afghanistan, Burma, East Timor, El Salvador, Haiti, Indonesia, Iran, Ireland.
That the absence of war does not mean that there's peace. Peace needs everyone to sit down to discuss rationally the problems which confront us.
Israel and Palestine, Japan, Kenya, Mexico, Nicaragua, Nigeria, Panama, South Africa, Tibet, and Vietnam. We've distributed our shows in lending libraries around Portland and for cablecast into libraries in Seattle, St. Louis, New York, Philadelphia, Columbus, Ohio, Chicago, and many other cities. Our show has had forward-thinking luminaries such as Howard Zinn.
If you're supposedly neutral, not taking a stand and so on, what you're really doing is you're collaborating with the world the way it is.
Marian Wright Edelman, Michael Parenti, Christian Parenti, Amy Goodman, Norman Solomon, Medea Benjamin, Daniel Ellsberg, Ramona Africa.
MOVE is revolutionary, but we don't believe in violence. We are revolutionaries because we love our sisters and brothers.
Patch Adams, Phyllis Bennis, Marshall Rosenberg, Julia Butterfly Hill, video pioneer Dee Halleck, mad cowboy Howard Lyman, death penalty opponent Sister Helen Prejean, and civil rights icon Representative John Lewis.
It may sound strange for politicians or elected officials to talk about love, but we need to tell it's better to love than to hate.
We have also featured speakers who left the world too soon, including former Black Panther and police accountability activist Michael Zinzin, who died in 2006, prisoners' rights activist Carl Upchurch, environmental activist Judy Barry.
How do you organize timber workers? How do you organize loggers? How do you get loggers to talk to earth firsters? And the first answer is you have to like loggers. That's the first thing. And I already did because, having been a blue-collar worker my whole adult life, the conditions of my life are actually more similar to them than to the privileged environmentalists in the city.
Filmmaker Marlon Riggs, civil rights activist turned environmentalist Eldridge Cleaver, and nonviolence icon Philip Berrigan. We've done some unconventional posthumous remembrances, including ones for Richard Nixon, John F. Kennedy, and Jesus Christ and Superman. Making brief appearances for various reasons have been Portland Mayor Vera Katz, Cuban President Fidel Castro, and former Oregon Senator Bob Packwood, and all that was just in 1 year. We've also presented Nobel Prize nominee Kathy Kelly, former Portland City Council member Gretchen Kafori, State Representative Mitch Greenlick, Representatives Earl Blumenauer and Elizabeth First.
We're spending 1/2 of our discretionary budget on weapons of mass destruction and on the military. 1/2. And why are we doing it? Because it's great business if you can be in it.
Senator Mark Hatfield, and filmmaker Michael Moore in short segments on the video bus. We have covered the local work of many groups working in Oregon and Southwest Washington, including PECUN, the Tree Planters and Farm Workers Union, Walking Advocates, the Willamette Pedestrian Coalition, Portland's Permanent Community for Homeless Individuals, Dignity Village, Peace and Justice Works, Oregon Peace Institute, and local chapters of the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom, Pax Christi, American Friends Service Committee, the War Resisters League, and Amnesty International. In addition to the nearly 500 original half hours we've done on the video bus, Flying Focus has also produced over 100 speakers and events programs, plus 26 hours from the Z Media Institute, which featured popular lecture circuit favorites such as Barbara Ehrenreich, Noam Chomsky, Jim Hightower, and other conferences, forums, and rallies that were just too big to fit on the video bus. We're not all just talking heads and walking figures. We've also featured music on the show from past and current local favorites Samuelson and Tomasi,
There must be a better way. This must be the place to start.
and Alchemy,
Give me pure living water, only one celestial being. Give me love to make my true heart beat.
and Simmons Rose,
That all the world agreed to put an end to war.
to more national acts like Wavy Gravy,
And wouldn't it be fine now if all humankind had shelter?
Neil Young, and even a few of our own producers take a turn at singing once in a while.
From the top of the grass to the middle of the earth.
How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Thanks for watching Flying Focus these past 15 years, and we hope to be able to keep bringing you the same quality and variety of information for many more years to come.
Do you think freedom of speech should be limited?
No.